City Network. Good evening, everyone, and you're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Russell podcast. It's Monday night, and my guest tonight is owner of New Ohio Wrestling, Donnie Hoover. We're going to be talking to him and see what he's up to and much, much more. Let's talk wrestling. Let's have a great night. Tune in right now, fans. Well, good evening, Donnie Hoover, and how you doing tonight, man?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. We got a lot of wind down here in Jersey, crazy little weather,
Yep, same here.
It's like it doesn't stop, One week it's snow, 1 week it's rain. It's snow, rain.
Mine.
Exactly. So how you doing? Pretty good?
Oh yeah, we're doing good.
Doing pretty good. You were actually just on my friend's podcast last night, Everett Lee.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah, and of course Robin Nelson of Wrestle PodCast also.
Oh yeah.
We're all a bunch of teamers,
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
We're like a podcast tag team, triple threat, right?
There you go. All right.
One guy from the East Coast, one from Florida, one from Ohio,
Yeah, can't beat it.
No. So let's get right into things, man. What do you got coming up? You have any shows coming up, Donnie?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got one coming up this weekend. This little one up at the Arnold there. And it's going to be a pretty big deal for us. A 2-day event at the Kids and Teens Expo at the fairgrounds. Mm-hmm. So we're pretty excited about it.
May I ask who you bringing in?
It's mainly just our local group that we run here.
Mm-hmm.
Onyx will be on board.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Williams, Matt Taylor, Victor Benjamin out of Pittsburgh's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys. J-Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I just said so many.
Yeah.
Brandon Fields. Mm-hmm. We got one tournament that's got 16 guys on it, and then we're doing a second tournament to crown our first Arnold champion. And that's 4-man tournament there. So.
Oh wow! So you're bringing guys that can go, and that's.
Oh yeah, it's top-notch talent.
Yeah, I know. And from Aaron Williams, yes, one of the the baddest man alive. Come on,
Oh yeah.
Great guy all around.
Oh yeah.
He's got it,
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like you got you just want to get on podcast. That's good. I'm glad you're doing this. It's good for you to get out there and tell people about it.
Oh yeah. So we hadn't done very many
right.
recently, and we just decided to go and start getting out there.
It's the way to publicity, get publicity, and that's why we help you. We like to do that, That's what
no problem. I appreciate it.
As a fan of wrestling, you can probably see my repertoire. I've gone to a lot of stuff in my days,
Oh yeah, yep.
From IWA Mid-South to CZW, GCW, and just whatever you name it. Independent
all around,
independent wrestling.
Right?
Too much on the East Coast. I'm sure you noticed that.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But you guys have a lot your way too. I mean, separate. A lot of different other promotions.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot around here in Ohio. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure. Like Rockstar Pro to,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rockstar Pro, RCW. There's War Wrestling out in Lima.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio Championship Wrestling up north a little bit there in Akron.
Mm-hmm.
AIW. Up north in Cleveland. They're all over.
Mm-hmm. You ever been to any of the Rockstar shows?
I've been to a couple, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Actually, one year, one year, my local promotion from Jersey came up there and did a joint show with them.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, it was it was called it's the Hardcore Hustle Organization with Matt Tremont.
Oh, okay.
Little Jersey fed that actually coming up. We're actually having a big tournament, like deathmatch tournament coming up.
Oh, nice.
So we're bringing talent from like all over,
there you go. That'll be a good time.
Oh yeah, a little blood, little stains, little glass, little violence. They get around, I'm sure I was talking to Everett, I told him about you, we were talking. I was listening to the podcast, and I'm like, wait a minute, deathmatch wrestling. This guy must have had his fair shares,
Yeah, I've had my bumps and bruises in my day.
Right. Because you did IWA back in the day.
I worked in Mid-South for a little bit, and then I just did some stuff here in Ohio with it.
Right. What were your thoughts going into that shit? Just crazy, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of knew what I was getting myself into, but still, you go in there and you're getting in there with Ian and Axel at some point. You get kind of nervous,
Yeah, absolutely. And just to think, you got to be in a ring with, one of the originals from, I mean.
Oh yeah, ECW originals, yeah.
To be proud to say that you wrestled, Axel Rotten,
for sure.
Which is an honor,
Oh yeah, it was a great time. I had a blast with it.
Mm-hmm. And stories, I'm sure there were tons of stories, after that.
Yeah, he was like in the ring during our match. It was a good story because he didn't even tell me he was going to do it, and he just got on the mic and we went into like the first 5 minutes of our match was like a comedy skit, and he was like making fun of it because I did like an ex-con gimmick, so there was a lot of prison jokes and butt jokes and that kind of thing, and
right.
And I went along with it. And I thought it was hilarious, but I was like, "Where? He didn't tell me this was coming."
Yeah. Him and Axe, what is it? Mondo, or Madman Pondo.
Yep.
he could really tell you some jokes that are
off
the wall. And look at that guy now; he has a book out. We're glad for him,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's getting noticed. Now we're looking. I'm seeing, and I actually just recently, a couple of weeks, over the summer, I've had a podcast with Joseph Schwartz. Gears of Schwartz. The Gears of Schwartz. Gears of the Gears. But yeah, they have a book also. And I'm like,
nice.
It's like everybody's making books. Where's my book?
Yeah. Right.
The Life of David Russell, right?
Yeah, there you go.
No.
Be a bestseller.
Yeah, right. You're right. Yeah. When I could go back and see DDP or somebody, right? Sign it. I'll never forget going to my first I think my first autographed book signing I ever went to for a publisher was actually Chris Jericho.
Oh yeah, nice.
And then Mick Foley did one. DDP did one.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, DDP was a local from my area, of Jersey. I just see it. He's just doing an appearance for his yoga thing in the next town over. I'm like, wow, I might have to pop into that.
Oh really? Yeah. Yeah, if it's close by, you might as well.
Yeah, but I'm actually going to save my money for another night because they're going to do like an '80s WrestleCon there, and it's going to be like the Wild Samoans to Bruce Pritchard to just tons of talent. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and just like old timers that still around.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, very cool.
I know, and I just won tickets. my birthday was like February 14th, right? Like next 2 days later, I call up on the local radio station, and they're giving away tickets to the Jake the Snake comedy tour.
Oh, there you go.
So I was like,
awesome to see.
Caller number 9, growing up, why not? It's gonna be great.
Yep.
So I take my old man to that. He likes that, he likes the old fun stuff. He's not a big fan of wrestling, but he loves it,
Oh, yeah.
He likes the older names like Bruno and, Ricky the Steamboat, and he's got the chance to see him. He's seen a lot of legends with me in the past, too. We used to go to a lot of wrestling conventions. I miss going to those.
Yeah.
Those are expensive, though.
Oh, yeah.
Burning a hole in your pocket. Actually, right now, I think I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go to Atlantic City this weekend because Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair are there.
Yeah.
You can scratch that.
Cost.
Yes, you can scratch that off the list. Because one year, Donnie, I went to a local. I heard on the radio, Hulk Hogan was around town, right? And he's signing autographs at a local restaurant. And guess what? $200. I walked away.
Yeah, sure. Let me go ahead and get that.
I walked right away. Goodbye. My dad said, "Turn around. We're going out to eat." Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was when he was desperate for the money with his wife and all that chaos.
Yeah.
But anyway, Donnie, let's get back into talking wrestling. So who were your influences growing up as a kid?
I was a big heel guy. I liked the Four Horsemen was my main group. That's what got me into wrestling back in the old Georgia Championship days.
Yes.
And I was always into the heels, like the original Four Horsemen, Bruiser Brody, Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, just those wild and crazy kind of people.
Yeah.
They just, for some reason, they just grabbed my interest, and those are the kind of ones that I lingered to.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Bruiser Brody, of course. We all gotta love Bruiser and Terry Funk, and
Yeah, yep.
And just the way that he was back in the day, Now he can't even move anymore,
The wild and crazier, the better, the way I looked at it.
Mm-hmm. And Harley Race, and just look at all the people,
Oh, yeah.
Just amazing. Like, now you see all these guys, and they're just Hall of Famers now, coming into the Hall of Fame,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know AIW just ran a show this past Friday, or I think it's Friday or Saturday, up in Akron, and he had Harley Race there signing autographs and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember I got to sign. Yeah, there was a convention a long time ago. It was called Wrestle Reunion in Pennsylvania, and my dad, it was like Wrestle Reunion 2 it was called, and they had wrestlers in wrestling that night, so he was there, the Funks were there, his brother, Sandman, of course, like usual, but like you had Dr. Death Steve Williams, you had Jim Cornette, you had the Rockers, and the Midnight Express, they were there. Dusty was there, but I got, and then Mick Foley, of course, had there's a Q&A, so I got up on the mic for fun, I did it. I never did one of those Q&A. Let me see what this Bill Apter Pro Wrestling, Pro Wrestling 1 was there, and so I was like, let me get on the mic, and let me ask what it was like, Mick. What was it like falling off Hell in a Cell? He was scared shitless.
I can imagine.
And then like later in the day, you're walking around, and Jim Cornette is over there talking to Dusty Rhodes, and I was like, "Hey Jim, what was it like falling off that scaffolding?" Yeah, and Dusty's laughing in the corner, and he's telling stories about it. He's like, "Yeah, he was shitting his pants." Stuff like that makes the conversation go a long way. With them, the older guys, and Jim Cornette being himself, being out of character, really.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now you have his podcast is crazy or whatever. I don't even listen to him. He's just too much anymore.
He kind of seems like he's getting out there.
He is. But Bruce Pritchard's out there too. Think about it. He's but now he's got to get back to. I wonder if he's going to be able to do it now, because now he's got creative team or something. He's got to go back. WWE got some role in there now. We'll see.
Yeah.
Just starting to pull these guys off the mainstream and just use them. But what do you think? What do you think of the product now? Like NXT and the UK branch.
Yeah, NXT I kind of like, but to be honest, I honestly really don't watch WWE all that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried, and it just doesn't. It doesn't keep my interest.
I used to watch it every week, and it's like now you could catch it on the internet and just read results.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
mean, I'll still watch the pay-per-views and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's been a while since I've sat down on a Monday or Tuesday and watched Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even watching it right now. There's no noise, just us talking.
Yeah.
It's probably the same routine, over and over.
Mm.
Same speech by Triple H and Finn Balor and all these other guys that are just new guys that are making their name known.
Mm-hmm.
But no, there's a lot of guys that that have come a long way. You think about it, and oh no, oh, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I got another call coming in. I do. Could I? Hey, how would you like to join me, and my friend JJ McGuire, right now? Hold on. Hold on a minute. JJ.
Hello, David. Are you on the air?
I'm on the air, brother. I'm talking to a promoter right now.
Okay, well, I'll get on. I just want to see if Michelle had called you or not yet.
And I'll talk to you. I'll call you later, all right?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay, bye.
Still there? Hello, back on the air. Sorry about that. I had to take care of business with JJ. JJ McGuire, the one and only. He's a great guy. I'm sure you heard of him.
Oh, yeah.
The man with music.
There you go.
And the man with music and professional wrestling, company. He came a long way after his days,
Yeah.
But anyway, what were we saying? Yeah, we were saying about the NXT,
Mm-hmm.
Just like look at like you look back on time and you see, hey, Drake Younger. There's a guy that was just started out in a career,
Oh yeah, yep.
And became a referee,
Yeah, so a lot of those guys you see on there, like, man, I remember, when they were back in, in the Indies and all that stuff.
I know. It's like, and there's a referee, there's a guy they call Bandito Jr., and he used to wrestle local for Jersey All Pro Wrestling, a local New Jersey promotion, I'm like, hey, he made okay, because his dad was a wrestler, too, back in the day, also.
Yeah.
Carried on he would wear masks to the ring, the kid would wear masks to the ring,
Nice.
Yeah, but nowadays it's all just wrestling, It's all, they want a title shot. They want the title. They want the gold. They want the bragging rights.
That's the goal, isn't it?
It is. It is. And I was just gonna say something else, but just completely blank my mind. Feel free to ask me questions as well, Donnie.
Oh yeah.
We're just like randomly, I like doing the random shit,
Yeah, just throwing it out there, huh?
Mm-hmm. What got you into being a promoter? Like, just wanted to...
Yeah, I was a wrestler myself back in '97.
Yeah.
I started in '97, and I ended up leaving, like early 2000s, around 2002, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And due to injury and family life and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And just while I was away, I just kind of kept up with it.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I stayed away, the more I wanted to be back involved. And I just kept talking to my wife and telling her I was thinking about starting my own promotion sometime. And she finally just said, well, quit talking about it and do it. So, turn around and we started it, and we did.
And it did, and you're going to grow stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger,
Oh yeah, step by step is our motto.
Yeah, 2019's a hot year too,
Oh yeah. And I say we're in the Arnold this year, and it's our second year there, so that's going to be a big help. And then we just got signed with the Ohio State Fair, which is like the largest fair in Ohio.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, so we're with the Ohio State Fair now and the Arnold, which is pretty much like the two biggest things you can be involved in here in the Columbus area.
Mm-hmm.
So we're pretty proud about that.
You'll break.
We'll try to build off of it.
Well, you know why you'll get a lot of people because you know why the people just walk up and see some wrestling. Come on, there's wrestling going on and a carnival and wrestling. And music.
Yeah, and they got us right on the midway too, so we'll be like right in the middle of pretty much everything.
Yeah, and plus like the music acts and all too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Running around. I've been to a couple shows like that, like just wrestling rock show. Actually, I was at one when I was telling Everett a couple days ago that I was at one of my local promotions. Like it was like they called it NWS Superstars. It was like a shitty promotion, but anyway, they had wrestling in the rain. It was raining out, and the Monkees were playing, and I got to see.
Nice.
So I got to see Peter. How about that?
Yeah.
Like
There you go.
I know, right? Before he died, like small world, and then like fast forward, I go to another rock fest wrestling show, and I saw Stone Temple Pilots before the lead singer died.
Oh, nice, very cool.
Then I took my dad to a local baseball field show, rock show. Wrestling outdoors in the rain and shit, rock fest.
Mm-hmm.
I took him to see Alice Cooper for the first.
I bet he enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, yes, he got a kick out of all the costumes and the Frankenstein and all the craziness. We're just wearing ponchos, being idiots, watching this stuff. Right. But it was awesome. And actually during the wrestling event, my promoter friend, he's like, "Hey David, you know what? Go ahead and go over there and do some live video feed." Like, go Facebook Live. So it's still on my Facebook.
Nice.
It's an original. It was the original before he also passed away. It was Nate Hatred from CZW.
Yep.
Another guy that made it big in the business, but then took us, took it for the worst,
Oh yeah. Yep.
But yeah, now you see all these guys getting inducted. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I was just reading last week. Like Combat Zone Wrestling, like they had their big Hall of Fame ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
And they just inducted Sanjay Dutt.
Nice.
They just inducted XPW guy. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. There's so many guys,
Oh yeah, it's hard to keep track of them all.
It is. But then now you look at the WWE Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
Like who's going to be the next? And I'm actually going to be working on a podcast soon. Before that, with the son of Bam Bam Bigelow.
Nice. Yeah, he was one of my favorites growing up too.
Yeah. Well, my coworker said that he's dating his daughter, so I'm like, okay. And he's a cop also, so we'll see how that'll,
Yeah, see how that plays out.
But no, he's gonna induct his dad, and that's awesome, though.
Oh yeah, very cool.
Yeah. So many other guys. It's just like wow. Oops. Oh, man. But anyway, I want to say thank you for coming on.
Oh yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Let's. So you want to go ahead and tell everybody about the event coming up at New Ohio Wrestling this Saturday night?
Yeah, for sure. Yep, Saturday and Sunday we'll be at the Arnold Sports World Kids and Teens Expo at the fairgrounds, part of the Arnold Classic that they hold every year. We'll be in the Bricker Building. We're going to be there for 16 hours. It's 16 hours of wrestling and fantasy camps and all kind of fun stuff. And we're giving away it'll be the very first Arnold Sports Festival Championship, be the Arnold Sports World Kids and Teens Expo Championship is a 4-man tournament we're doing. So we're very excited for that. And the belt is a really very beautiful belt, and we're really proud of it. So we're going to be happy to get that out there into the market and so people can see it. And hopefully we can run in Arnold and let him hold it for us, and we think that'd be fantastic. So,
that would be cool right there, having Arnold Schwarzenegger just be like, yeah, right? Have you ever met him?
Yeah.
Have you ever met him before or no?
I have not.
Wow.
We've talked on the phone, like at our Arnold committee meetings.
Yes.
He's got on the phone with us.
Yeah.
But that's it. I haven't met him yet.
Well, that would be an honor to meet him, you know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And also, I was going to say, you do a lot. You also have a horror. You're into horror, and I was going to I was going to break into that too. I was like, hey, he's got a lot of stuff going on. That's summertime.
Yeah,
We're
co-owners of a haunted trail in Columbus here, Grove City, actually, just right outside of Columbus, called the Trail of Tormented Terror. Mm-hmm. And we're coming up on our third season of that. It's an outdoor haunted trail, and we're getting a lot of good feedback from that as well. And that's always a good time. It's always a good time too.
Mm-hmm. Always, good time to get scared.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Growing up, I mean, sure, you probably loved all the classic movies and, the horror.
I'm a big Jason guy.
Oh, you're a Kane Hodder guy. All right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I met him in a convention once.
I did too, and he choked me.
Yeah, that's what I did. I got the choke pick, and he about choked the life out of me and everything.
Right. Yeah, I
was telling Everett about it last night. It's like, man, I thought he was just like acting, and you made this funny face when he put his hands around you. I was like, no, he really tried to choke the crap out of you.
He does, yeah. He makes you look. It makes it look so real. You know, I mean, there's so many other Jasons out there. You know what? I can say they're all nice and all cool, but Kane's really out there. He's he's done more for the business.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And made more appearances than anybody ever has, like of the Jasons, Yeah,
Jason. He's even his Hatchet character's even gotten over big too. Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. I remember going to I was at a Chiller Fest. They called it Chiller Fest, and down the local local place downtown or whatever. One of those big sports complexes, and 2-day event, 3-day event or whatever it is, and you just a lot of stars. I got to meet. Who did I meet? I met Linda Harrison from Planet of the Apes.
Nice.
I met Jerry Seinfeld's parents. Of all people, and also met actually the guy who does Chucky's voice. The real Chucky was right. Oh, also, he was right behind me the whole friggin' time. I didn't know doing a voice, and I didn't have any video or camera or nothing, audio or pictures. But that was cool. And I also met like the gay guy on Beetlejuice, the designer guy. Oh, they never. Nice. Yeah, and then actually my favorite, but my all time favorite was meeting Leatherface Gunnar Harrison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't met him yet. I'd like to.
Well, he's dead now.
Yeah.
He's dead now, So I got to meet.
I like to. I wish I could have. I could have said.
Yeah. Nice guy. Nice old man, You put on I remember writing on my autograph, "You're next, victim."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now you look at all the movies and it's getting rebooted and this and that. And it's like, we were talking about the Halloween, how the Halloween got remade, and I like the originals are better. You can't.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the originals myself, but I always give the remakes a chance, and a lot of them I actually like. There's very few remakes I haven't really liked. I'm gonna say this, but I don't know if I want to see it or not. That new Chucky movie, I don't know. Kind of. Yeah, kind of up in the air on it.
Yeah. But anyway, all right. I think that's about it, right? We covered what we wanted to cover. We'll talk again in a couple. I'll get back with you. How's that? We'll really shoot. Like we'll shoot wrestling talk, regular. Just have fun talk.
There you go.
Yep,
not a problem.
And Donnie, where can everybody find all the New Ohio Wrestling on social media at?
We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Instagram and Facebook is just New Ohio Wrestling, and then Twitter is New Ohio Wrestling without the G. And then we're just now getting ready to start our website and launch it. It's almost ready to go, and newohiowrestling.com. And that's where you'll mainly find us at.
Awesome, and make sure everybody comes out to a show.
Yes, absolutely. Come on out to the Arnold, hang out with us.
$20 a ticket, right? Like they always say.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And there's a lot more there in the the Kids and Teens Expo than us. You know, we got the the Columbus Crew, the Blue Jackets, you know, all the major sports teams here in the area, and all kind of other fun stuff for the kids and stuff to do. So it's really a good time over there.
You know what? It's for the kids. You know.
Oh yeah, yep.
Got to do it for the kids. You know, and adults too. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. They got like a toy. Like riding bull, like mechanical bull, and I didn't get to do it last year, but I told all the guys, like, I'm going to ride that bull this year.
All right,
like,
you know what?
I'm going to find a way.
You're going to find a way and have somebody hold the camera.
Yeah, right.
Definitely want that, right? That's a joke.
Yeah.
People will be like, all right, there's Donnie. I know. I mean, he's a bull rider and a promoter. Come on.
Right.
You know, a new gimmick, right?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Donnie and the bull. You have a good night, Donnie. It was great talking with you.
All right, buddy. You too. Thank you much.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was great talking to my guest tonight, Donnie Hoover, the owner of New Ohio Wrestling. Fans, you know what? You're in town in Ohio, in Cleveland, Columbus, Ohio, excuse me. Go out and check one of their shows. This Saturday night, big show, doubleheader, two nights of wrestling. Lots of stars on the card. Like you said before, J-Rod and the one and only Planet, the man of the Planet, Aaron Williams, baddest man alive, is going to be there. Fans, you don't want to miss his action. And much more action at the wrestling event. And much, much more. Check them out on Facebook, New Ohio Wrestling. And on Twitter. And on their website. And much, much more. By the way, fans, stay tuned tomorrow night. I will be live with the one and only manager, tomorrow night. I'll be on Facebook Live, doing a podcast live on Facebook with Cynic Nick again. And we're going to be talking about Revive Pro Wrestling. Their show happening on Sunday, March 3rd. And we're going to talk about 1FW Wrestling and Total Aggression Pro Wrestling and much, much more. Stay tuned, fans. Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Hey, wrestling fans, I want to mention Collar and Elbow. Collar and Elbow was founded on traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level. A symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. Visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code DeathmatchRussellPodcast and save 10% off when you make a purchase. Collar and Elbow, where wrestling passion meets street fashion. You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media. DeathmatchRussell.com. Follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32 and on Facebook. Facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Find me on Podcast City Network at podcastcity.net. Facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share. And on Twitter at PodcastCityNet. You can hear Deathmatch Russell podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes. You can find more